उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानां विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम्.
Among horses, know me as the nectar-born Uchchaishravas. Among lordly elephants, Airavata, and of human beings, the monarch. Now this is an interesting concept. The gods and the demons apparently had normally they were at war, always at war, but at one time they got together. They collaborated with each other. It's like Jet Airways and Kingfisher. And they decided to churn the Milky Ocean because they wanted Amrita. Now they realized that they couldn't get the Amrita, the nectar, by themselves. So they were forced to collaborate. And they churned the Milky Ocean with the mountain Manthara. You know what churning is? Nowadays you're not exposed to it. When butter was made in every household from milk, it wasn't put into a mixie, then there were no mixies. So it was churned with a wooden, what is it called? And then you tied a rope round it and you churned it, means clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise. This they did with this huge ocean. So that wooden piece, no wooden piece would do. They used a mountain, Manthara. And no rope would go around it. So they used Vasuki, the snake. And when they first churned, this horrible poison came out from the Milky Ocean, which Lord Shiva drank because otherwise it would poison the whole world. And when Uma, his consort, saw Shiva swallow the poison, she arrested it, she held it at the neck region, prevented it from going down. That is why Shiva got a blue neck, and that is why he's called Neelakantha. Okay? After the poison came out, Hala Hala poison, then all kinds of wonderful things came out. Some of them were Uchchaishravas, this great white horse, and Airavata, the elephant. Many, many more things came out. But he's picked on the best. Now what does this mean? This is not just a mythological story that you tell grandchildren. This means that if you want to get to the Amrita, if you want to get to the state of realization within you, your mind must first be milky. Sattvic qualities must come to the surface. And in this sattvic state of mind, you churn. The churning is assertion of reality, negation of the unreal. When you do this, the churning, you churn your mind, the first thing that comes out is all your vasanas, the dirt, the filth, the anger, the negativities come up. And this is poison, this is ugly, dirty. So when the ugliness comes out of you, you must have the capacity to capture it so that you prevent it from poisoning others, the environment. Hold it. And then come beautiful things out of your mind that create prosperity and happiness not only for you but for the entire society. There was a time in this country when every single individual lived a life like this. And therefore we were in the Satya Yuga for thousands and thousands of years. Even till this day we have it in our blood, it runs in our genes, in our genetic code. Spirituality is there. All you have to do is give yourself a chance. Expose yourself to refinement once in a while. Make a concerted effort not to allow your mind to get carried away by worldly attractions, by the cheap, by the mundane. And if you do that, these wonderful sattvic qualities that are inherent in you will start coming out. And then the good things come out. As in the 13th chapter he says, Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaraha. He fills you. Then you become the enjoyer. And then you become Maheshwara. You become great Lord of the universe. Then he says, among humans, I am the monarch, the king among men. The king is one who controls everything. He's the lawgiver. He's the one who makes sure that there is peace and law and order in the state. But how does he exercise his power? Just by his very presence. The king is on his throne and everything works perfectly. Modern kings are what? Chairman of organizations. When the chairman is in his office, the fellow salesman in the remotest corner of the country works properly. Why? Just his power is there. But if he feels that the chairman is going philandering or holidaying, everybody slackens, right down to the peon. So this is it. Atman, the monarch, is the king who himself is a resident. He is on his throne and everything functions beautifully. Yet he himself doesn't do anything. Atman doesn't do anything. But in Atman's presence, everything comes alive and the whole universe functions beautifully. 28.